I like to speak today about a very powerful tool that every single Jew has in their pocket. In your pocket, pull it out. It's right here, and that is rachamim. Rachamim. And I became introduced to this concept of rachamim, which means divine mercy. Rachamim shamayim, divine mercy. When I met my Rebbe, Rav Shlomo Leib, Brevda Zatzal, and I went to him a number of times, each time telling him about very, very difficult circumstances that we were going through. And one day I said, Rebbe, I just can't take it anymore. It's just too much. I need a Yeshua. He said to me, get back tomorrow and have the answer to all your problems. Of course, that aroused my curiosity, piqued my curiosity. And the next day I came back, he said, the answer to your problems is tefillah. I'm going to write you a special tefillah, and B'ezras Hashem, soon things are going to get better. V'kach haya, so it was that he wrote me this special tefillah, and in a short time things were a lot better. So the secret of the tefillah was one word, which the source is in the writings of the Vilna Gaon in Mishlei, and the Gra writes there that tefillas rachamim, a prayer for mercy, never goes unanswered. It will always be answered. Why? Because when a person asks for rachamim, when a person asks for mercy, he's tapping into a very, very high place. Okay? He's tapping into a very, very high place. And Hashem promises, if you ask for his mercy, he will always answer you. And therefore, says Brevda, we always have to daven for mercy, not because we think that we are good people and that we deserve salvation. We learn Torah, we give tzedakah, we do chesed, yeah, Torah, avoda, gemilas chasadim. We daven 3 times a day. We might even daven passionately, and we might give lots of tzedakah, and we might learn many hours a day. And these are all very worthy endeavors. But whatever we do, we're never going to fall short. Because who could say they live up to their potential? Which one of us would have the audacity to say that? Because we're so far away from our true potential. Each and every one of us, myself included. But we can ask for is Hashem's mercy. And when we ask for Hashem's mercy, Sister Vilna, when you ask for Rachamim, your tefillahs will always be answered. And based on that, Reb Brevda wrote for me a special tefillah. And the gist, the ikar part, the main part of the tefillah was Af al pi she'eni kedai, even though I'm not worthy. No, please, al tashiveni milfanecha. Al tashiveni reikam milfanecha. Don't leave me empty-handed before you. Ki b'leiv nishbar, with a broken heart. Urachamecha atzubim, your infinite mercy, your great mercy. I trust and I lean. Yogali Vishecha. May my heart rejoice in your salvation. What beautiful words, and how much Reb Brevda taught me at that moment. That this is the key to prayer. And said Reb Brevda, when you dive in this prayer, this is the greatest moment for Hashem. Hashem has such nafas when a person turns to Hashem with mercy, when he realizes that the salvation is not in his own hands. Because we said many times, Hashem does not bring us difficulties because Chas v'shalom he's in a bad mood, or he wants to give us a taste of our medicine. No, nothing to do with that. All of Hashem's ways are mercy, and if Hashem gives us difficulties, it's because this is the most merciful action that he can do at any given time. And if we turn to him at that time, when we are experiencing these difficulties, then we have fulfilled the purpose of these difficulties, and we will see the greatest fruit of our actions, right? With salvation and with blessing. And I must add, though, one point. This is for all of us, myself included. This is our avoda. We must know that there's another level here for great, great tzaddikim, right? And this is more for us a technical point. It's more for us It's more for us. But there, limud, we're learning, but we should know that it exists. And I just saw this morning the Gemara in Brooklyn stuff. It's Zion and Bays. The Gemara says, "Kol ha'olam." Kol, I'll read you the exact wording here of the Gemara. Right? The Gemara says, yeah. The Gemara says. The Gemara says, it's what Zion Bays. Okay. Kol olam kulo nizon b'tzedakah. The whole world is sustained with tzedakah, with charity, and with mercy. V'hem nisyonim b'zro. And the tzaddikim are fed with force. Right? What does that mean? That tzaddikim were fed with force. V'hem nisyonim b'zro. Right? So says Rashi on this line of the Gemara. Right? V'hem nisyonim b'zro. B'schus shebiyadam, with the merit in their hands. And it's talking about the great tzaddik. Okay. So this is an important point, as the Goy himself points out. Great individuals like Yaakov Avinu, or the Gemara is also talking about Reb Chanina Mendoza. These great individuals, they wanted to live their life according to Midas Hadin, because this is the way Hashem originally created the world, only with Midas Hadin. He saw that the world can't survive based on that, with only strict judgment. But the great tzaddikim say they don't want rach. They don't want divine mercy. They want only what is coming to them. But we have to know this is not for us, right? This is a theoretical point for great tzaddikim. Try to live their life according to Midas Hadin. And they don't want anything in the world as a free gift. They only want to be able to get something if they're really deserving of it. But unfortunately, any of us today, right, and maybe with the exception of great tzaddikim like Rabbi Umari, Rav Moran, Rav Gershon, Edelstein Zatzal, was just nifter. Such an individual was a person, perhaps, who could fit this bill. But the rest of us, our job is to ask for mercy. And if we ask for mercy, then we'll be answered. And we'll give Hashem tremendous nachas. Yeah? So, whoever would like a copy of this tefillah, please write to me at dytravis613 @gmail.com. And Bli Neder, I will send you a copy of my Sefer Praying in Torah 1 on PDF, which has the tefillah in it on page 25 in both English and Hebrew. And you could start saying this tefillah, incorporate it into your davening today. And the place to say it is right at the end of Shemona Esrei, before taking 3 steps backwards. In that area, we're encouraged. Actually, I just saw this Gemara yesterday on the previous Amud of Tezayin. Actually, I use that in Alex, actually. The Gemara brings there many different nuschos, many different wordings that the Tanaim and Amroim would say at the end of their davening. Each one had a special nusach, they said. And the last one is from Rav Hamnuna Zuti. Sorry, Mar Brevda Ravina. Rav Mar, right? The son of Ravina, right? And he would say, when he finished davening, Elkai, my God, the Tzor L'Shon Mirah, Tzosechem Midav Emirim, Elkai Nashi. Exactly what we said. That's where it comes from. It comes from Brachos stuff with Zion and base, from the wording of Mar Brevda Ravina. And its significance that the first thing we ask for is to guard our tongue, because we know that a mouth, even after rachas, but if our mouth is filthy, it's lashon hara, then our tefillahs are not effective. Right? Our tefillahs will not be effective. We need 2 things. Number 1, we need to have our mouth clean from lashon hara. That's why the first thing we ask for is to protect our mouths from lashon hara and shekar. And after that, we should ask Hashem for rachamim. We should ask Hashem for rachamim, and we should ask Him whatever we need, whether it be in the area of shalom bayis, domestic tranquility, whether it be in the area of parnasa, sustenance, whether in the area of chinuch yiladim, our children, and whether it be area of brios or health, or any other area, whether it be big or small. It could be the small thing. It could be you lost a paperclip. That's really important because you have to get handed a paper, right? And you just can't find it. And you daven to Hashem, Hashem, please help me find this paperclip. I have to give in my paper. Afal pi she'eni kedai, yikom now to Shani, we come for that people live in Ishma. In your infinite mercy, please help. And if you daven that tefillah, go straight up to the highest levels in Shemayim, and Hashem will hear it and be in great joy. The entire divine assembly, all of the malachim at Shemayim, will sing and dance when you do this, right? And if we could see what is going on, I mentioned this last night in the share, that one of my close friends who learns Kodesh Arizal, when he says a bracha, he goes through 100 pages beforehand, following the bracha from the highest point in Shemayim down to here. Same thing is true when a person down in such a tefillah. He's touching on the highest points of Shemayim. We said, Ba'atika Tali Milsa. He's getting up to the highest points of Shemayim by placing his full trust only in Hashem, not his own initiatives, and not anything else except for a trusting in Hashem. And when you do that, you will see the greatest fruits. You will be so happy. You'll be so close to Hashem. Hashem will have the greatest ava for you, right? Because anila dodi dodi li. As soon as we turn to the Borei Olam, He will help us. And that's what Shimshon Pinkus told me that Moreno, Moran, Shimshon Pinkus, that's how we lost. Unfortunately, at such a young age, but he left behind such a legacy. And he told me once, he said, it's like you have the personal phone number of the head of police, and you see some robbers coming to accost you, and you quickly dial and say, help me, and he's right around the corner to come out. This is our relationship with the Borei Olam. He wants to help us, and He's able to help us, and He's waiting for us to help us. Yeah. And all we have to do is open our mouth and daven to Hashem, and He will respond with the greatest joy and the greatest pleasure. Because this is His greatest nachas in this world when a Jew turns to Him with sincere prayer. So we should all merit to daven to Hashem with rachamim, and to use this very powerful nusach that the Gra has given us, yeah, and as penned by Shlomo Brevda, the Gra's shita, his opinion, and Shlomo Brevda's words. We should all see Hashem's mercy. We should all see it. We should be zeiche to see Yeshua's Bakarav in every single area. Amen, Cain, Ti, Hashan. Everybody listening, you have the greatest bracha and tzlacha. And please write to me to get this very, very important tefillah, because it will change your life. And of course, once you have it, if you want to learn my Sefer Praying with Joy, it's an excellent idea. And I don't mean only my Sefer. There are many very good books and excellent Sfarim in prayer, like Praying with Fire. Right? Someone said once, my book came out at the same time as Praying with Fire. Said people get your books mixed up, yeah, but that's good. I'm happy to be mixed up with such a book. Learning 2 to 3 minutes, 5 minutes a day about tefillah, it will make your tefillahs much, much better, because it'll make you more passionate about prayer. As we say all the time for the Vilna Gaon, Gam below das nefesh lo tov. If you don't have understanding, it's not good for the nefesh, because the true joy from prayer, if you want to pray with joy, comes from understanding. The more you understand the tefillahs, the more you tap in to the infinite nefesh, with the very, very great depth that our Chachamim put into prayer, and the Anshe Knesset Gedola had all the intentions that every person would ever have throughout all the generations. They were very, very, I don't even want to use brilliance, They were the greatest tzaddikim. They were very close to Hashem. They understand how to write they understood how to write a prayer. So it's very worthwhile to learn every day a few minutes, some sefer on prayer. And Bli Netter, if you write to me at dytravis613 at gmail.com, I'll send you my sefer. And I ask you to say the special tefillah from Brevda, which is found on page 25, and also to consider learning it every single day to improve your tefillahs. Hashem should help us to have the greatest success in this very important endeavor. Amen. Cain.